A day after flash floods ravaged Dharali village in Uttarkashi, rescue operations have entered a critical phase. According to official sources, at least 4 people have died and about 150 have been rescued so far. But 11 army personnel still remain unaccounted for. Bad weather has so far prevented 2 NDRF teams from being airlifted from Dehradun. 3 NDRF teams are very close to the affected areas and are expected to reach as soon as the route is cleared.
See, this incident which happened yesterday at around 2 p.m. There have been flash floods at 3 different places. One is at Dharali itself, then at Suki Top and at Harshvardhan. So the main impact is at the village, in which about 4 people are said to be dead and about more than 50 are being said to be missing. So keeping this in view, immediately 3 teams of NDRF were dispatched for the disaster site. Because of the continuous landslides on the Rishikesh-Uttarkashi highway, the movement of the teams is obstructed. Continuous work is there going on to clear the roads, and as soon as it is cleared, we'll be reaching there and joining in the operation.
So how many teams of NDRF are currently, and as the teams are working there, what are the challenges that the team are facing currently?
3 teams are, as I said, they are on way by road, and 2 more are at the airport to get airlifted. The weather is not very good, so we are just waiting for it to improve, and then the airlift will take place. And as I said, the challenges, are many because this is a large scale event, and the lot of muck is there, the slush is there, and you just simply cannot wade into it. We have to, appreciate the situation, identify the priority areas, and then attend this task in a coordinated manner with other agencies. So for that we have all the required equipments and also cadaver dogs, well trained, who can be employed there if required.
So currently, what stands the priority for the NDRF right now? If you talk about the operation that is going on,
definitely the priority is to go there on the spot, reach there, and join the operation. Prioritize action in coordination with the state and the local agencies and other organizations.
Sir, if you talk about cloudburst, which has been frequently taking place in Uttarakhand and hilly areas, so as NDRF, what are the precautionary measures that which can be taken to kind of help people if in future this kind of incident again happen?
You see, NDRF is a response force. We respond, after the disaster event. So basically the mitigation and prevention is not our job. However, when our teams do go in the field and conduct community awareness programs, school safety programs, and tell the people the do's and don'ts, what precautions they have to take, before disaster, pre-disaster, what actions they have to take.
So last question: how many people are still missing, or how many people have unfortunately lost their life?
We are still waiting for the details that are awaited from the state and the district administration. As of now, what is being said is that 4 people have died and more than 50 are missing.
It was yesterday when nature unleashed fury on Himalayan state of Uttarakhand. A massive flash flood ripped through Dharali village in Uttarkashi after not 1 but 2 cloudbursts struck the region. The first cloudburst hit Dharali, a tourist village on Gangotri route. Within minutes, a raging wall of mud, water and rock swept away homes, hotels, shops and even a centuries-old temple. The second cloudburst struck Suki Top a few kilometers away, further triggering landslides and road blockages along the strategic Gangotri corridor. The flash flood swept over 25 structures, including homestays, apple orchards, vehicles and historic Kalpakedar Shiva temple, which is now completely buried under debris. Horrifying visuals captured the scale of catastrophe as well as its suddenness. Cars could be seen being swept away with passengers still inside them. People screaming in panic as roads collapsed under the surging waters. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has spoken to Uttarakhand Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami to review the situation and assured complete central support. Chief Minister Dhami also conducted an aerial survey of the flood-affected areas in Dharali and Harshvardhan. The Chief Minister has met people on the ground and chaired a high-level meeting at the State Emergency Operations Center to monitor the rescue efforts.
देखिए, अभी पूरा धराली क्षेत्र आपदा की पूरी तरह से चपेट में आ गया। वहां पर कई चरणों में मलबा आया है। आज मुझे वहां जाकर जब लोगों से मैंने बातचीत करी तब उन्होंने बताया सामने के गांव से, और कुछ लोग उसमें से जो निकल कर आए वहाँ मंदिर में एक कार्यक्रम भी चल रहा था। उस मंदिर में भी 100 से अधिक संख्या थी। तो उन्होंने बताया कि एक बार मलबा आया, दोबारा आया, तीसरी बार, चौथी बार, 5 बार, 6 बार ये घटना हुई और पूरा का पूरा धराली नगर आपदा के भेंट चढ़ गया। बहुत बड़ी मात्रा में वहाँ मलबा आया है और अभी सारी सड़क मार्ग हो पूरी तरह से कई स्थानों पर अवरुद्ध हो गया है।
ये फास्टेस्ट रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन है। विद इन 10 और 15 मिनट वहां पर सेना के लोग पहुंच गए, आईटीबीपी के लोग पहुंच गए, रेस्क्यू टीम वहां पर पहुंच गई अब तमाम उपकरणों को लेकर के और वो काम वहां पर प्रारंभ हो गया। अभी जो घायल हैं उनका उपचार वहां पर अस्पताल और जो आर्मी का हॉस्पिटल है उसमें चल रहा है। जो लोग बेघर हो गए उन लोगों के लिए रहने की व्यवस्था और खाने की व्यवस्था ये वहां पर कर दी गई है। दुर्भाग्य ऐसा है कि बिजली के पोल टूट जाने से तो संचार व्यवस्था प्रभावित हुई है। तो जो भी हो रही है वो सैटेलाइट फोन्स के माध्यम से वहां से संपर्क हो पा रहा है।
Now, with continuous rainfall hampering operations, the Indian Army has kept an Mi-17 and Chinook helicopters on standby. These choppers will be launched once weather conditions permit. Home Secretary Shailesh Bagoli has confirmed that one body has been recovered from the site. As per ITBP sources, Colonel Harshvardhan, commanding officer of 14th Rajputana Rifle, is leading a team of 150 soldiers in the relief and rescue mission. Despite losing contact with 11 of their own, the team continues to operate with complete determination.
ITBP और ग्रेफ की जो है और टीमें भी रास्ते में हैं जो पहुंच रही हैं। जिला प्रशासन की अपनी टीमें SDRF, NDRF भी मौके पे पहुंच रही हैं। कल कुछ टीम SDRF की पहुंची थी वहां पे जिन्होंने ITBP की टीमों के साथ मिलकर के लगभग 120 से 130 लोगों को रेस्क्यू किया था। तो ये एफर्ट चल रहे हैं। इसके अलावा हमारे Mi-17 भी हमने रिक्विजिशन किया हुआ है और हमारे जो अपने चॉपर हैं स्टेट के, प्राइवेट और सरकारी, वो भी स्टैंड बाई में हैं। जैसे ही थोड़ा मौसम खुलता है तो वो भी यहाँ से टेक ऑफ करेंगे और पूरी द्रुत गति से यहाँ पे हम लोग काम कर रहे हैं।
Now, arrangements for medicines, food and relief material have been made as well. Several people fear that the actual number of missing could be much higher, as many people had gathered in Dharali for the local Har Doodh fair when the disaster struck.
जी सर, मुख्यमंत्री जी से भी बात हुई तो उन्होंने कहा कि सबसे पहले हम मौसम के साफ होने की वो इंतजार कर रहे हैं। जगह जगह रोड बंद है तो अगर मौसम खुलता है तो कल हेली सेवा भी शुरू की जाएगी। और अपने स्तर से उन्होंने बताया कि उन्होंने यहाँ पे मेडिकल सेवा हो गई, NDRF, SDRF टीम, आर्मी को जवानों को पहले से वहाँ पे वो लोग कर रहे हैं, हेल्प कर रहे हैं, रिसीव कर रहे हैं लोगों का। और उन्होंने कहा कि राशन की व्यवस्था भी हमने खाद्य पूर्ति अधिकारी को बोल दिया है और वहाँ पे राशन की कमी है तो ये पूरी कर देंगे।
माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी ने यही आश्वासन दिया सर कि मतलब बहुत जल्दी हम वहाँ के लिए हेली की सुविधा करेंगे। मतलब आपको वहाँ पहुँचाएंगे, वहाँ का जायजा लिया जाएगा। मतलब कैसे क्या क्या वहाँ हुआ है मतलब देखना पड़ेगा। वहाँ पे कल होटल में थे ऊपर, मतलब दिन के टाइम 1-1:30 बजे के टाइम बात हुई थी उनसे, तो उसके बाद बात नहीं हुई। मतलब उसके बाद फोन स्विच ऑफ हो रहा था उनका। माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी ने आश्वासन दिया है कि कल तक हम किसी भी हालत में मतलब वहाँ तक आपको पहुँचाने की कोशिश करेंगे। मतलब
Joining me now on the broadcast is Colonel Harshvardhan, the commanding officer of 14 Rajputana Rifles. He leads the team of 150 men who is currently supervising the rescue operations at the affected area. Thank you for speaking to Times Now, sir. One really understands how busy you are right now, but give us the latest in terms of rescue operations on ground.
Colonel Harshvardhan, I am leading the rescue and relief efforts at Harshvardhan and Dharali. The calamity had occurred yesterday noon around 1:40. Immediately we had moved 2 rescue columns of a strength of 150 at the Dharali village, and in the next 5 to 10 minutes we were effective there. Around 110 to 120 villages were rescued to safety, and they were evacuated to higher reaches of the region so that they are safe. The army camp subsequently was also struck by a flash flood and a massive mudslide around 3:30 hours. Our column got cut off from both the sides. However, we pressed on with the efforts and the rescue efforts continued throughout the night. Around 50 to 60 laborers who were working here in various capacities were evacuated, and they were kept with the column only. This morning we established contact and created makeshift crossings connecting Dharali to Mukhwa village, and also established a makeshift crossing to Harshil. The drones were also pressed into the efforts. We could locate one dead body that was retrieved this morning. Members of the civil administration, police who were there with us, they were also moved to Harshil safely this morning. And around 70 to 80 civil laborers and civilians who are stuck in the region have also been rescued and brought to the Army Harshil camp. These are in addition to around 100 civilians who stayed at the Army Harshil camp throughout the night, and they were rendered first aid and hot meals there at the night.
Okay, so one really knows the kind of situation that you are operating in. The inclement weather doesn't necessarily make it any easier. We know that the choppers have been put on standby but haven't been able to take off. Can you tell our viewers whether the people who have been rescued, have you managed to shift them to safer places?
The situation presently is under control. The civilians are all safe at their respective location in the higher reaches. Their meals and their first aid is being catered for. The persons who were requiring immediate medical attention have been brought to Army MIV. The area is presently cut off at multiple places, and the roads, helipads have got inundated. However, the rescue efforts are continuing. We are mostly moving foot columns to rescue people and to establish crossings so that people can be moved to and fro, whosoever is stuck. Presently, there is no mobile network connectivity in the entire region, and the road connectivity is entirely blocked for a stretch of almost 5 to 6 kilometers from Harshil till Dharali and ahead. A column of around 35% the pilgrims who are stuck over there, and we are also planning to cater for their meals overnight so that they can be assisted in every distance. We have presently pressed a few plant equipment which are presently at Harshil moving towards Dharali. The establishment of crossing has been completed. Drones have been pressed into the effort, and rescue dog is also involved in the rescue efforts presently at Harshil and subsequently to be moved to Dharali.
All right, clearly a very, very uphill task at hands. Sir, thank you for speaking with us. However, we know that all hands are on deck to ensure safety and rescue. The Indian Army, the NDRF, the SDRF, the ITBP and local police personnel are all operating round the clock. NDRF teams and 2 Air Force helicopters have already been mobilized. Roads to Gangnani, Sukhi and Dharali remain cut off due to landslides. Here are the latest reports filed by my colleague on the ground.
Well, the situation in Uttarkashi and nearby areas is quite serious and concerning. Currently, we are reporting from Tirari Garhwal area of Uttarakhand, where we'll be showing you that how there is continuous rise in the water level of the river, because of which the continuous landslides are occurring and it is very difficult for the people as well to move from one area to another. We saw that how they were devastating visuals yesterday from the Dharali village in Uttarkashi, and then how several houses were washed away, the roads were washed away. However, relief camps are being set up, but the destruction has been in a large scale, because of which the condition is very much critical over there. Given the poor weather conditions and the further predictions of the heavy rains, the teams are over here, and quite a tough situation, but 24/7 on ground, to get these people treated in the hospital. The situation in the ground seems to be quite difficult, but still they are managing. In the visuals you can see that how the treatment will be done in the hospital, but the priority is to fly them to Dehradun. And what we are getting to know is that approximately 13 people over here till Mitali have been brought, and then they are sent to hospital. And now from here, if the further treatment is needed, they will be, taken from this area of Mitali to some different location for a proper treatment. So these are the visuals that Times Now is getting you from ground zero, from the helipad, where he will be taken to the hospital and will be getting treatment. With video journalist Mrityunjay, this is Stage 3 for Times Now from Uttarakhand. The team of Times Now is en route to Uttarkashi towards Dharali village, but we are witnessing several landslides at regular intervals, as we have been reporting since yesterday night. And here also you can see that how there has been a landslide over here. It seems like not actually a landslide, but there has been a big part of a mountain that has been collapsed, and the entire road was blocked. However, the BRO had tried to remove these big stones from the area. But when we talk, viewers, about what does it mean by landslides, what it means by mudslide, what do we mean when we say that a big part of a mountain has collapsed, this is how the pictures looks like. These are very scary visuals, and at any point of time, this entire mountain could also collapse. This entire portion of mountain could also collapse, because it is very loose, and the moment it will start raining very heavily, the incessant rainfall will bring this entire mountain down, causing a roadblock, causing a big mudslide over here. But the stones, the mud that is all scattered over here around my right and left shows the scary picture that what happens when cloudburst and massive landslide, or in fact rainfall, occurs in the state of Uttarakhand. However, we have been reporting to get you the ground reality that what the picture is, because red alert has been issued in several areas. The Uttarakhand police, the state police, the officials are all en route, but they are also finding it quite hard to reach towards Dharali area, because here, in the initial area only we are finding so much of tough terrain to move towards Dharali. Then you can imagine then what could be the condition over there, where there is massive landslide and the people are stuck. With video journalist Mrityunjay, this is Stage 3 for Times Now from Uttarakhand.
That's all we could pack for in this broadcast. Thank you for watching. All the latest updates on the other side.
She asks tough questions like no other journalist.
The Dreamliners are suddenly the bad boys in the fleet. At any stage, have your people raised safety concerns on the Dreamliners to you? Is it easier in terms of handling a company compared to the diverse expectations in India?
She takes on the masters of Indian politics like no one else can.
You and your government are being accused of following a path of majoritarianism, and you are against minorities. The Waqf Act is the biggest example of that.
Because she speaks for you the way no one else can.
You're the original reforms man. How do you adjust your own mind to these freebies that are given in elections from the era of reforms where you started? Do you think this will take the economy in the right direction?
Because your voice must be heard, your questions answered above all else. Frankly Speaking with Navika Kumar.
When the stakes are high and the answers are elusive, there's one voice unafraid to challenge the status quo.
At 8 p.m., I am not here to sugarcoat the truth. I am here to ask the hard questions. Because when others play it safe, I go straight to the heart of the matter. It's not about left or right. It's about what's right for India. It's about holding the powerful accountable.
India Upfront with Pranesh Roy. Weeknights at 8 p.m. only on Times Now. No spin, no compromise, just the truth.
For over 30 years, my journalism has been relentless, fearless, and uncompromising. My stories have breached lofty ivory towers and brought down the high and mighty. And I won't stop.
When the clock strikes 9, it is time for the news hour. Devastation in Devbhoomi. Houses swept away, lives lost. Times now on ground zero.
Currently, we are reporting from Cloudbursts area of Uttarakhand, where we'll be showing you that how there is continuous rise in the water level of the river, because of which the continuous landslides are occurring, and it is very difficult for the people as well to move from one area to another.
Army, ITBP, NDRF teams in action.
ITBP के जवान हैं यहाँ पर और ये आगे रास्ता अवरुद्ध है.
Tracking rescue operation in real time.
यहाँ पर सेना की जो मूवमेंट है देख सकते हैं आप कि कितने बड़े पैमाने पर की जा रही है, जिससे कि साफ तौर पर आगे जो है वो ऑपरेशन के काम जो है वो पूर्णतः किए जा सके.
50 मीटर जो नेशनल हाईवे का हिस्सा है वो पूरी तरह से धंस गया था, जिसका काम देर रात से लगातार जारी है.
यहाँ पर जो नाले थे उनके किनारे जो घर बने हुए हैं उनको काफी नुकसान हुआ है, लेकिन गनीमत यह है कि कोई जानी नुकसान अभी तक नहीं हुआ है.
Horror in the Himalayas. Minute by minute updates only on